Hi, girls.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Jones.
Hey, what do you have there, Mrs. Jones?
This is one of the new books that we have in the library.
The Rescue. That sounds like an interesting title.
It is a very interesting book, Mel. I love the illustrations too.
The Rescue? Does that have anything to do with the Bible?
It does, Allie. It's a bit like an illustrated summary of some of the parts of the Bible.
I would love to borrow it, Mrs. Jones.
Well, when a new book comes into the library, I usually keep them on display for the first week. Then it will be ready to borrow. But if you're interested, I could read you a few pages if you like.
Sounds good to me, Mrs. Jones.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay, here we go then.
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue.
After they had sinned and listened to Satan's lies, Adam and Eve were no longer able to live in their garden home. Satan was determined to try to stop God's rescue plan. He now had free rein to go wherever he wanted to on earth. He and his evil angels spread lies about God. They had enormous success in turning people away from the rescue pathway God had put in place. They had so much success. There was so much pain and evil in the world. God had to intervene to keep his rescue plan on track. It was so bad that there was only one family left who followed and believed in God, and that was Noah's family. God needed to rescue this family from the evil all around them. He needed to keep them safe. He still needed to send his son to earth one day to be the rescuer for his beloved people. It pained him so much when he sent the flood to destroy all who chose not to be safe on the ark. He put it off as long as he could, asking Noah and his family to keep inviting, pleading with those around them to be saved. After the flood, Satan continued tricking and deceiving people so that they turned away from God. God needed a very special family through which to send his son to earth. His son was to be the rescuer through which everyone could be saved. The family through which this was to happen needed to be chosen very carefully. Abraham loved and trusted God, and his faith was rewarded when he had a son, Isaac, who was born when he was a very old man. God made a very special promise to Abraham, telling him that the rescuer, God's own son Jesus, would come to earth through Abraham's descendants. He also promised Abraham and his family the land of Canaan. When Satan found out that this was the promised family, he tried to do all he could to stop God's plan. Satan worked on creating discord and discontent in the family of Abraham's grandson Jacob. Jealousy and anger filled Jacob's sons, and they almost killed their own brother Joseph before they sold him as a slave to traders heading to Egypt. Joseph remained true and faithful to God through the most difficult circumstances. And what Satan meant for evil, God turned to good. Because Joseph was in the exact right place and time, he was able to save his family from starvation during the terrible famine. The family were living in Egypt. They were called the Israelite family. But they had been promised their own land, the land of Canaan. At the beginning of their time in Egypt, the Israelite family were very comfortable and cared for. But as time went by, things changed. They went from being happy and protected to sad and mistreated as slaves. They were beaten by their Egyptian masters and forced to work harder and harder. God once again needed to intervene to keep his rescue plan on track. Things were so bad in Egypt for God's people. Then, a special baby was born to an Israelite family. His name was Moses. Moses was to be the one who God had planned would lead the Israelites out of Egypt and take them back to the land God had promised to them. Satan tried to stop God's rescue plan and worked through the Pharaoh, who was the king of Egypt. Pharaoh made a law that all male babies born to the Israelites would be killed.
Oh no, you cannot stop there, Mrs. Jones. I want to know what happens next. I will definitely borrow that book when it is ready.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, girls. I'll put your names down first on the list for this book.
Mrs. Jones, where you ended, does that have something to do with the story of a baby in the river or something like that?
If you mean baby Moses, who was put in a waterproof basket in the Nile River to protect him from being killed, then yes.
Yeah, I think that is the story. I don't really know, but it does seem kind of familiar.
I would say that is the story. It's quite well known. In the Bible, it is found in Exodus. Let me just check the exact spot. Here, Exodus chapter 2.
Mother, do you think this plan will work? Do you think that baby Moses will be safe in this little basket if we take him to the river? I will watch over him faithfully to make sure he is as safe as he can be, but he can't stay in the basket in the river forever.
Miriam, we have kept your little brother hidden at home for as long as we have been able. The soldiers will hear him crying if he is in the house much longer, and you know what they will do if they find him.
I know. It is so cruel what Pharaoh is doing. And I would do anything to protect my beautiful brother, Mum. Finish the basket, and as soon as it is watertight, I will take Moses to the river. I will float him among the reeds near the river bend on the south bank. The current is not as strong there, and the reeds will help to protect him.
We will continue to pray for God's protection over baby Moses. I really feel that God has an extra special purpose for his life. God knows we need saving from this terrible situation here in Egypt. Maybe baby Moses has something to do with that?
Oh no! What happened to the baby?
Did the soldier find him?
Well, let's check and see what happened next.
Hush, little Moses. God has a plan for you. Look, here is a safe place in amongst the rushes. I will sit and watch you. This is my little brother, God. I pray you keep him safe and protect him from all who try to bring him harm today. He's floating in his basket, hiding in the reeds. But I know you have a plan for him and a plan for me. This is my little brother, God. I pray you keep him safe and protect him from all who try to bring him harm today. I trust you, God. I know you care. I know you love him too. Please be with him, be with me. Show me what to do. I trust you, God. I know you care. I know you love him too. Please be with him, be with me, and show me what to do.
Ladies, I'm going to bathe here today. Please check the water for me. Hang on, what is that? Over there in the rushes? Annette, go and bring it to me.
Yes, my lady. Ah, it's a baby. It looks like one of the Hebrew babies.
Bring it here. Oh, look at that little thing. So helpless and so precious. I will keep him and raise him as my own child. The river gods have brought him to me, and I shall care for him. Annette, find me a Hebrew mother to feed him.
God, is this part of your rescue plan for us? For our people? Please, give me wisdom in this moment. Excuse me, Your Highness. Would you like me to find a Hebrew to care for the baby? Mum, guess what?
Miriam, what's wrong? And why are you carrying baby Moses? The soldiers will see him. It's not safe.
It's okay. God has protected Moses, Mum.
What do you mean, Miriam?
Well, Pharaoh's daughter, the princess, saw his basket in the bulrushes. When she looked in the basket at baby Moses, she thought he was so cute that straight away she said she wanted to raise him as her own child, but she wants a Hebrew woman to care for him. I told her I would find one for her, so of course I've brought him to you to care for him, and Moses is safe now because he is under the protection of the princess.
God be praised. He has answered our prayers. I have no doubt that there is a very special plan and purpose for Moses, and God has rescued him today.
I wonder what the plan is, Mum. I wonder if God has a special plan for me too.
Miriam, you can be sure that God has a purpose and plan for you and for everyone.
So God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone? For everyone? Because God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. For everyone. Make the most of every day. Don't let a chance go by. May what we do and what we say change the world in a positive way. Always seek our purpose. In His strength we will succeed. Follow where God leads us. We know and we believe that God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. Everyone. 'Cause God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. Everyone. Dear God, we know that you love him too. So God, we're gonna put our trust in you. 'Cause God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. Everyone. 'Cause God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. For everyone. 'Cause God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. For everyone. 'Cause God has a purpose and God has a plan for everyone. For everyone.
That is right, Miriam. God does have a special plan and purpose for everyone.
This is a really interesting story, Mrs. Jones.
Yes, I had no idea there was so much adventure and drama in the Bible.
Not just that, girls, but the unfolding of a plan. A rescue that has been a long time in the making. A rescue unfolding throughout all of history and into the present with us today. But to understand that part, you'll have to start back with these stories.
But they're not boring, so it isn't hard to start with these stories.
Do we have time for a little more, Mrs. Jones?
Sure, girls. We might just be able to squeeze in a few more pages. Moses was indeed going to be a very special part of God's rescue plan. He grew up knowing the ways of his mother and her people, but also the ways of the Egyptians and the palace. He was now an Egyptian prince. He went through a time of growing, maturing, and learning to listen, to trust and discern which paths to follow. God was always there because the task God had for Moses was bigger than any task any person had ever been given before. It was going to be Moses' job to help rescue God's people from Egypt. Moses, who was a prince in Egypt, noticed how badly his own people, the Israelites, were being treated. It really hurt him. One day, when he saw one of the slave masters beating an Israelite slave, Moses took the matter into his own hands. He beat the slave master so badly, the slave master died. Now, Moses was no longer safe in Egypt. He had to run away, and he went to a place called Midian, where, for 40 years, he looked after sheep. God called Moses to go back to Egypt. It was time for the Israelites to leave, and Moses was to be their leader. So Moses returned to Egypt, following God's calling. The first big obstacle was the Pharaoh of Egypt.
Oh no, there goes the school bell. I want to know what happens next.
Sorry, girls. Don't worry. The book will be right here waiting for you. Or you can look it up for yourself in your own Bible sometime.
That was an interesting story Mrs. Jones read to Mel and Allie. And they kept saying there's a purpose and plan for everyone. Well, I would say for everyone except me. Not even my own mother cares about me. At least baby Moses had a mother who loved him. I wish there was someone out there who really, truly looked out for me, but I don't think there is anyone I can really trust. I know Grandpa does try, but if he knew what I was really like, how I hurt Chloe, he would stop caring for me too. God, are you real? Are you out there? Do you exist?
It looks like such a beautiful day outside, and I am stuck here in my room. The doctor told Mum I'm supposed to rest and let the swelling on my ankle go down. 6 weeks to heal a broken ankle. That sounds like forever. I wonder, did Kate actually push me off the edge of the quarry like I've been told? I didn't actually see him do it, but he has been pretty mean to me. If he did, I wonder why he did. I am just going to leave that one with you, God, and I'm going to concentrate on getting this ankle to heal. Quickly, I hope. And today, I'm going to choose to be happy. Wake up in the morning at the start of the day. What will you be facing? What's gonna come your way? There's always things that are out of your control and challenges for you. You can't always choose your circumstance, but you can choose your attitude. So I'm gonna choose to be happy. I'm gonna choose to be glad. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today. So I'm gonna choose to be happy. I'm gonna choose to be glad. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today. choose to be happy. I'm gonna choose to be glad. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today. So I'm gonna choose to be happy. I'm gonna choose to be glad. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today. With a skip in my step and a smile on my face, I choose to be happy today.
Great decision, Chloe. Do not focus on what you can't change, but look at what you can do. Choose your attitudes and choose to be happy.
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe, but I didn't even know